Hey there, welcome to TechBuzz HQ. Today we are going to take a deep dive into the biggest conspiracy theories surrounding Apple products. Most of us own at least one Apple product, be it an iPhone, an iPad, a MacBook or AirPods, and there are some conspiracy theories that are floating around the internet about the company. So let's get started and explore these theories. One of the biggest conspiracy theories surrounding Apple is planned obsolescence. Planned obsolescence is when a company intentionally makes products that become unusable after a certain period of time. This practice ensures that customers will have to buy another product to keep up with the latest trends. When it's time to replace the product with a new one, the prices have shot way up. The idea of planned obsolescence isn't exclusive to Apple. There are so many companies out there that exercise this practice. However, tech companies are the most notorious for doing this, especially our friends at Apple. A few examples of planned obsolescence include slowed down iPhones. Apple rolls out a new iPhone, and then all of a sudden, you have to update the phone. After updating it, it slows down almost to the point of not working at all. It's incredibly frustrating, and the overall quality of the device goes into a steep decline. Apple apologized for not mentioning it, and offered a cheaper battery switch. There's actually a lawsuit about this right now in the US and in France. Another conspiracy theory that's sort of related to planned obsolescence is that people believe Apple intentionally seals their devices shut, so users can't replace or repair anything on their own. In 2009, Apple introduced a new type of screw to the MacBook Pro, which meant users had to find a very special screwdriver to get inside their MacBook. Many users felt it was just one more step toward limiting users' ability to fix their own devices and save money. Remember when we all used to have flip phones with replaceable batteries where you could just slide off the back? Today, it's nearly impossible to get inside your Apple iPhone, MacBook, AirPods, or any Apple device without the help of Apple themselves. According to the planned obsolescence theory, this is believed to be a planned move by Apple to make more money by forcing customers to depend on them fully for repairs and renewal of devices. Apple's explanation for this is that by making their batteries non-removable, it allows more space for a bigger battery, meaning longer battery life. But many still believe that this is just an excuse. One big decision Apple made that clearly didn't benefit users at all was the removal of the headphone jack, which began with the iPhone 7. A lot of users were suspicious of this, myself included, especially when Apple introduced their wireless AirPods. People theorized that Apple most likely removed the headphone jack in order to increase sales of the $159 AirPods. But Apple denies this, saying that the reason was that they needed more space inside the iPhone for its Taptic engine. Apple is, of course, a for-profit business, and while Tim Cook and other executives say they're committed to doing good in the world, supporting accessibility, and human rights, the company's growth still clearly remains their top priority. So if Apple did remove the headphone jack to encourage more sales of the AirPods, it's not so much a conspiracy, it's just kind of good business. Now, let's jump back into the real conspiracy theories surrounding Apple. Perhaps the biggest one is that Apple devices are listening to, watching, and recording users without our knowledge, and it had a significant impact on both users and the perception of Apple. The scariest part is that there have been actual confirmed incidents of this kind of thing happening. In 2019, it was revealed that Apple contractors were listening to and grading Siri recordings of users without their knowledge. The contractors were tasked with grading Siri's responses to user commands to improve the voice assistant's accuracy. However, they were also inadvertently listening to private conversations and other sensitive information. Apple suspended the program and promised to allow users to opt into having their recordings reviewed by contractors for Siri improvements. In response, Apple issued a statement acknowledging that they had indeed hired contractors to review and grade Siri recordings to improve the quality of the service. They also suspended the grading program and promised to release a software update that would allow users to opt into the program if they chose to do so. Additionally, they committed to increasing the privacy and security features of their products and services. Many users were shocked and concerned to learn that their private conversations and interactions with their devices were being monitored and recorded. This raised questions about the level of privacy and security that Apple was providing to its users. Despite these actions, the incident damaged Apple's reputation as a company that prioritizes user privacy and security. It also increased scrutiny of other tech companies and their practices regarding user data and privacy. In recent years, there have been several reports and allegations that Apple devices such as iPhones, iPads, and Mac computers are collecting data on their users, even when they are not actively using the devices. This data may include recordings of conversations, location data, browsing history, and more. Now, Apple has repeatedly denied these allegations and maintains that they take user privacy very seriously. They have implemented several measures to protect user privacy, including encryption, app permissions, and more. However, many users remain skeptical and are calling for more transparency and accountability from Apple. Some have even gone so far as to switch to other devices and platforms that they believe are more secure. So, what can you do to protect your privacy when using Apple devices? Well, for starters, you can review and adjust your device's privacy settings to limit the data that is collected and shared. You can also be mindful of the apps and websites that you use and make sure that they are trustworthy and reputable. In conclusion, while the issue of privacy and technology is complex and multifaceted, it's important that we stay informed and take steps to protect our privacy and security online. Thank you for listening, and I hope this discussion has been helpful. So, what do you think about these Apple conspiracy theories? Do you think they're true, or do you believe Apple's explanations? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching TechBuzz HQ, and we'll see you in the next video.